So hello and welcome to this Adobe After Effects tutorial. We are going to create a simple animation, and right now you can see what we are going to be doing. I am also going to create this tutorial in the Spanish, and I'm going to provide the link in the description. And a few more things that I want to show you before we will start is that I also created the same tutorial in Adobe Animate as HTML5 animated banner, and I'm also going to provide that in the description. And one more thing is that I created a very similar tutorial also in the After Effects, this kind of animation with the glowing, and I'm also going to provide that in the description. But yeah, right now we can start. Alright, so right now I am on the site Freepik, and I'm going to provide you a link in the description, and I'm also going to give you the Illustrator file that I'm going to create right now. So if you want, you can skip this part and you can go directly to the After Effects. But yeah, we are not going to use only one Freepik file, we are going to go with two of them. One of them is going to be for this man or woman and one of them is going to be for these mandalas. But yeah, I will put both to the description. And right now what you need to do is just click download, then go with pre-download and just save this. I will hit cancel because I already saved this. One thing that I want to mention is that if you want to use this commercially, you will have to attribute the author or go premium on the Freepik. But yeah, now I will go to the place where I have it, and let me delete this and do it again. And I am going to have a zip file which I'm going to right click, choose extract here, and now I'm going to double click on this EPUB file, and it is going to automatically open me this in the Illustrator. Now I'm going to create new document, so Ctrl N, or you can go File New, and I want this to be full HD, so 1920 by 1080 pixels, RGB 72. You can go with 4K if you want, but I will go with this one, so I'm just going to hit create. Now I will go back to the initial file, and I can zoom in with Alt and mouse wheel, or I guess it's Option and mouse wheel, and I'm going to click, and I can see that they are going to be grouped together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click, and I'm going to choose ungroup. And right now they are not going to be separated. Okay, maybe one more time, right click and ungroup. Okay, and right now they are going to be separated. I will go with this one. I will go with this one and with this one, but you can choose another if you want. But for the outer we can only use this one and this one. Other ones we would have to adjust in the Photoshop. But yeah, so I'm going to click on this with Shift. I'm going to click on this, and I'm just going to drag this to the new document. It's going to be very small, so I'm going to scale this with Shift to stay proportional, like so. And yeah, now I will select it one more time, and I'm going to scale it one more time, maybe like this. Now I'm going to select only this outer one, and I'm going to scale it more, so with the Shift, and also I can go with the Alt to go from the center, so maybe like this. Okay, and now I'm going to get the inner one, and I'm going to scale it a little bit more, maybe like so. Okay, so right now I need to align this. I am going to select both of them. I will go to the align. If you do not see align or anything, you can go to the window and you can get it in here. But yeah, I will go to the align, and I want this to be aligned to the artboard, so not aligned to the selection, but aligned to the artboard. And I'm going to align this horizontally. I'm going to align this vertically, and yeah. Now, if I want, I can scale this inner one a little bit more, so I can right now with Shift and Alt, because I want to go from the center, so maybe like this. But this depends on you. For me, this is fine. Okay, so now very quickly I will go to another Freepik folder that I have, and one more time I will right click, extract here, and I'm going to double click on this. I can double click on this EPUB or on this IE file. Both of them are going to open this in the Illustrator. And if I'm going to click right now, this is not going to be grouped. At least I do not have it grouped. So I'm just going to select this one, and I'm going to drag this to the new document that I created, like so. Now I'm going to scale this little bit, so with the Shift, and I can go also with the Alt, like so, maybe a little bit more. This depends on you, but yeah. And I'm going to align this, so I'm going to click on this. I will go to the align, and I am going to align it horizontally like so, and I am just going to put this down with my shift and arrows. So like this. Maybe I can scale this little bit more, so with shift and alt, because I want this to stay in the center. I do not want to align it one more time, so maybe like this, maybe a little bit less, who knows, but yeah, something like this. This is fine for me. Now if I would like to, I can go ahead and change the color of these mandalas. So I can click on the inner one, and I can click on the outer one with the shift, and now I can go ahead and change the color to the white, and I'm going to click OK. Now we are not going to be able to see them, but they are there. One thing that you could do to be able to see them, I'm going to go to the layers, and let me do one thing. Okay, so this is not something that you need to do, but I will go to these three lines, I will go to the panel option, and I'm going to go to the other, and I'm going to choose maybe 60. So right now my layers are going to be bigger, so you can see this, and I can open this layer, and I can put this temporarily to the bottom like so. So right now you can at least see the mandalas like so. Or what we could do is we could go ahead and create some kind of background in here, but yeah, I'm not going to do this. So right now we are almost done. All we need to do is put them to the separated layer. So I'm going to click on this layer 1, I'm going to click on these three lines, and I'm going to choose release to layers, and right now I'm going to select them like so with the shift, and I'm going to drag them outside of the layer 1. Right now layer 1 is going to be empty, and I'm going to delete this. And here right now I can position this to the top. We are not going to be able to see the mandalas, but they are there. Okay, so right now I am going to save this, so I will hit Ctrl S, and very quickly I will go to the place where I want to save this. So Yoga After Effects English, I guess this is correct one, and I'm going to create new folder which I'm going to call Illustrator, and I will go inside, and I'm going to call this to be yoga, for example, and I'm going to hit save. And right now I do not want to change anything in here, so I'm going to keep this as it is. I'm going to click OK, and as I said, I am going to provide you this Illustrator file, and I will see you in After Effects in a moment. Alright, so right now I am in the After Effects, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this in here like so. This is going to give me some options. I do not want to change this. I want this to be composition, layer size, so I'm just going to click OK. And now I'm going to double click on this yoga composition. It is going to open me this like so, and yeah. Now what I want to do is I would like to create some kind of background, so I will go to the layer, new, and solid. Maybe you are going to have a little issue, so you can click on one of the layers, and then this is going to be working. Sometimes this new is like gray, but yeah, it should work. So layer, new, solid, and I'm going to choose some kind of color. I will go maybe with something like this. Okay, and I'm going to click OK and OK, and yeah, but you can choose whatever color that you want. This is not something that look perfect, but for me this is fine. Maybe and then later on, if you would like to change your color, you can click on the layer, you can go to the layer, solid settings, and you can change the color maybe a little bit like so, but yeah, I'm not going to spend time right now with the color. So now what we need to do, I am going to create new null object. So I will go to the layer, new null object, and I am going to parent my inner and outer mandala to the null. But let me right now at least rename this, so I do not want this to be confusing. So I'm going to hit enter, and this is going to be inner. I am going to click on this one. Let me make sure that it is outer. Yeah, so I will click with enter, so this is going to be outer, and this one I can just I don't know, I'm just going to hit enter and call it yoga, for example, or whatever, man, woman. But yeah, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the inner, and I'm going to select the outer, and I'm going to parent them like so to the null object, like this. So right now, if I go to the null and I will go with S for the scale, I will be able to scale both of them at once. But this is not something that we are going to do now. This is something that we will do later. Let me start right now with the outer. So what I'm going to do, or there is one little issue that we need to do before starting to animate. I'm going to click on this yoga or on this man, and I'm going to hide this, and I am going to zoom in a little bit. And if I'm going to click on this outer, I want you to see this anchor point. Okay, if I'm going to click on the inner, my anchor point is going to be in here, and if I'm going to click on the outer, the anchor point is going to be a little bit in here. This is probably not that big issue, but I would like to have both anchor points at the same place because I want to rotate them from the exactly same place. I am not really sure why it is offset like so, but what I can do is I will go to the outer, I will go to the pan behind tool or Y, and I'm just going to move this like so, and maybe I can hold Control and it is going to snap me it in here like so. And right now if I go to the inner and I will go to the outer, they are still not exactly on the same place. So yeah, I will try to move this right now, maybe without the control, maybe like so, and I will go to the inner, I will go to the outer, okay, and they seems to be on the same place. Okay, fine. Now I can keep this yoga hidden, and what I'm going to do, I will go to the outer and I'm going to hit R for the rotation, and yeah, I'm going to create a keyframe, and now I'm going to move maybe, I don't know, later on I'm going to adjust it, but I'm going to move maybe 60 frames. So with the shift and page down, I will go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and I'm going to rotate this by 90 degrees. So I'm just going to go to the rotation in here, and I'm going to just type 90 like so. Okay, so right now I can go ahead and hit space, and we are going to have this kind of animation. Now I would like to slow down the rotation. So what I'm going to do is I will go, this was 60 frames. So right now I will go 120 more, but you can go as you want, but this is how I would like to do it. So I will go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. And I'm going to rotate it by another 90 degrees. So right now I will type 180. So this basically what it's going to do is this animation is going to be fast, and then it is going to slow down. And I am not going to be using any easings. Maybe you can play with the easings, but I do not want to. The easings for me in this animation doesn't really make sense. Okay. Right now I'm going to move another 60 frames, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and I'm going to put this to 270, and right now I will go one more time, 120, so very quickly 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. And right now I am going to type in here 360 like so, and when I type 360 it is going to put this to the 0, and it is going to put in here 1, like it means one full round. So basically right now if I'm going to hit space, we are going to have the animation fast, then it is going to slow down, then it is going to again go fast, and then it is again going to slow down. This is what I want to do. Right now if you would like to make this animation quicker or slower, you can select all of the keyframes, and you can go with Alt, or I guess it's Option, and we can make it like so, or we can make it like so, and maybe we are going to do this but later on. Now we are going to go with the inner one. So I will go to the inner one, I am going to hit R for the rotation, I am going to create a keyframe, and right now I can move with the shift to this keyframe because I would like to have the keyframe on the same place as the outer one. And right now I am going to type in here that I would like to have this minus 90. Okay, like so. Then I will move in here. In here I would like to have this minus 180. Okay, I will go to the next keyframe in here, minus 270. Okay, and the last one I'm going to type minus 360, and it is automatically going to put me this to the -1. So right now we are going to have the same animation, the same speed, but one is going to be rotating clockwise and one is going to be rotating counterclockwise. Okay, fine. Now I guess I can make this animation slower, so I'm going to select all of the keyframes for the outer one, and with Alt I am going to extend this maybe like so, and I'm going to do the same thing with this one. So I'm going to go with Alt and I'm going to hold Shift, so it is going to snap this keyframe to the same place as this keyframe. So yeah, you can play with the speed as you want. I will go with something like this, but this completely depends on you. Okay, now if I want, I can show this figure, man, woman, I don't know. But yeah, and now we can go with the null object to scale them. We could create the scale for both of them like so, and it is going to scale, but I am not going to create scale for both of them if I can parent them to the null object and then animate the null object. Okay, now what I want to do is I'm going to click on this inner and I'm going to click on this outer and I'm going to hit U. So I would like to see the keyframes, and I will go to the null. I'm going to hit S for the scale, and I will go to the beginning and I'm going to put the scale maybe to, I don't know, 66, something like this maybe. You can play with this as you want, and I will go maybe in here and I'm going to create the keyframe, and then I'm going to move maybe 20 frames and I'm going to put this to 100 like so. And yeah, so this is going to be animating from the 66% to the 100%, and I'm going to ease these easings, these keyframes. So I'm going to select them and I will go with F9, or you can right click keyframe assistant, easy ease. And yeah, you can keep this easy ease as you want, or if you want you can select them, you can go to the graph editor. I can click this fit all graphs to view, and you can make this easing a little bit stronger for both of them. So I will zoom out a little bit, and also with this one, but this is not something which is necessary. This is like, if you know how to use graph editor, you can play with this. If not, easy ease is completely fine. So I am going to do it like so, and yeah, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go maybe in here and I'm going to copy these keyframes. So I will hit Ctrl C, Ctrl V. So right now I do not want to have any animation in between, and then I want to scale it down again. So I will copy this keyframe, Ctrl C, and I will move 20 frames for this one. So Shift page down 10, 20, and I'm going to paste it. So I'm going to right now have it like so, and then I will move maybe in here and I'm going to copy this keyframe, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and I'm going to copy this one, Ctrl C, and I will move 20 frames and I'm going to paste it like so. And we have started with this to be small like so. So we would like to also end with the small. So I am going to right now one more time copy this, Ctrl C, paste it in here, Ctrl V, and right now copy this one, Ctrl C, move 20 frames and Ctrl V. Okay, and now this depends on you. You can go ahead and move this if you want little bit in here. You can move this one little bit in here. You can move this one little bit in here. Right now this depends on, we are going to play the animation and we will see how we are going to like this. So I'm going to play this and it is going to scale up. It is going to stay like so, then it is going to scale down. Okay, then it is going to, okay, maybe this one I would like to go a little bit later, so I'm going to position it in here. So it is going to scale down, it is going to speed up, then it is going to scale up. Okay, then it is going to slow down, and then it is going to scale down like so. Okay, maybe this one I can put a little bit earlier, but yeah, this really depends on you. I like it like so, so I'm not going to make any more adjustments. Now what I can do is I am going to close all of my layers, so I will go to one of the layers, I will hit Ctrl A to select all of them, and I will try to close one of them, and it is going to close all of them. And what we can do is we can put some motion blur. This is optional, but this one motion blur, and I'm going to just put the motion blur for the inner and for the outer like so. And right now this has to be checked, enable motion blur, but it is going to check this automatically, but yeah. And right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click U on this inner and outer, and we do not need this animation right now to be 30 seconds. We want this to end in here, so I will go to the last keyframe and I'm going to drag this like so, or you can just click N and it is going to go in there, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose trim comp to work area, and yeah, basically right now this is what we are going to have, and basically this is all for this tutorial. So if anyone had been here or have been here, I'm not very good in English maybe, have been here until the end, you can write me that in the comments. It would mean a lot to me to know that somebody was watching until the end, but yeah. So this is basically all, and right now the last thing that I'm going to show you is how you can export this. So maybe many of you know how you can export this, but I will show this anyway in case that someone doesn't know how to do this. Okay, so I will go to the file, I will go to the export, and I will go to the add to Adobe Media Encoder queue. You can also go with add to render queue, but I never use this. This is directly in the After Effects, but this has not good option, at least in the past. It hadn't. Basically I always go with this media encoder. So I will click this and it is going to open me media encoder, and yeah, let me remove the old things, and it is going to take a few moments to open this media encoder, and for a few moments or maybe a few minutes you are going to have this empty, but eventually this should appear in here like so. Okay, if this doesn't happen, just try to do this process one more time, but it should appear like so. Now I want this to be this H264. If you have some other preferences you can, but this is like kind of standard. In here I do not want to change anything. Again, if you know what you want to change, you can play with this, but I do not need to change anything. So I will just go to this one. This is going to be a place where I want to save this. So very quickly let me get to the place where I want to go, like so, tutorials, records, and where I want to have Yoga After Effects English, and I'm going to create a new folder which I'm going to call render, and I will go inside and I can call this Yoga. I will hit save, and right now I'm going to click this little arrow, start queue, and it is going to start my render. And as you can see, it is going to be pretty fast, at least on my computer, so that's fine. And right now I can go to the place where I have this, so I'm going to have this in here, render, and I'm going to double click to open this. I will just put this to the repeat, and yeah, so this is what we have created, and it is going to be if you are going to have a video player which is going to be able to repeat, this is going to be looping like forever. So yeah. Again, if anyone had been here until the end, you can write me that in the comment, and yeah, hopefully you have learned something. And yeah, I am not going to waste more of your time, so if you are interested in tutorials like this, you may consider to subscribe. You can give me a like if you like this video, but yeah, this is it, this is all. Thank you very much for your time, and yeah, goodbye, have a nice day.